no matter which corner of the galaxy a spacefaring race came from. Once they discovered the mass relays, it was only a matter of time before they led them to the epicenter of the galactic community, as the network of mass relays that dots the galaxy has a system. They aren't random in the slightest, and the center of this network sits in a dense nebula, one of the most iconic constructs in the entire Mass Effect universe. A colossal deep space station, the heart of galactic politics, the Citadel. But there's so much more to it than the description just given. So what is the Citadel? Well, that's the topic of today's video. Initially believed to be constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, later disproved, many details of the Citadel's construction remain a massive mystery. The Citadel may be a space station, but it also serves as the capital city of the Citadel Council. The massive construct has a central ring that's about 7.2 kilometers in diameter, with 5 long arms that are all 330 meters thick and 43.6 kilometers long. As a basic understanding of the Citadel's layout, on the ring you've got the presidium and you also have the spaceports. Gravity on the presidium ring sits at about 0.3 standard Gs. The presidium complex contains the offices of various branches of galactic government, as well as the embassies of all the races represented in Citadel space. There are also facilities such as shops and restaurants and so much more, as well as some residences on the Presidium, which help serve the wealthier residents who live on the Presidium. The Presidium also has an artificial 20-hour day cycle. For 6 of those 20 hours, lights are dimmed and the holographic sky goes dark. At the center of the Presidium stands the Citadel Tower. This houses the main traffic control center for the station, and it's also home to the council chambers, where the council will often convene. These chambers aren't open to the public, unfortunately, and access is only granted to officials and those who otherwise have special clearance. On the arms you've got the wards, which comprises what makes the Citadel a city. Gravity here sits at 1.02 standard Gs. Here we can observe the comings and goings of people's day-to-day lives. Resources made available to the public on the Citadel don't differ too greatly to what you'd find in any other city. The wards are densely populated, housing millions of residents from many species across the galaxy. Breathable atmosphere is only maintained at a height of approximately 7 meters, and thus many skyscrapers are sealed against the vacuum of space. Just like any other city, you have your richer and poorer districts. Certain residents find themselves to be wealthy and well off, whereas others are struggling to get by, like you'd expect in any city. Commercial activity doesn't tend to cease on the wards, as unlike the Presidium there is no day and night cycle, and thus residents work, rest and otherwise live according to their own personal need. Also, just like any other city, the Citadel wards find themselves to be the backdrop for various criminal operations, and thus the station is policed by the Citadel Security Services, often referred to as CSEC, a 200,000 strong volunteer law enforcement force divided into 6 known divisions: enforcement, investigation, customs, network, special response, and patrol. Not that that prevents the station from also having a criminal underworld. The Citadel also boasts an impressive series of defences. We've already gone over CSEC, who play a fair role in law enforcement on the station, but when it comes to external attacks, the first line of defense happens to be the nebula that the Citadel's in itself. The thick gases and dust from the Serpent Nebula make it impossible for enemy ships to launch an organized attack or locate the Citadel without coordinates. Even if the Citadel is located by an attacking fleet, you then have the Citadel fleet, which is mostly comprised of Asari, Turian, and Solarian forces, the flagship of which being the Asari Dreadnought, the Destiny Ascension, which is the most powerful ship of all Council races. While the exact number of vessels in the Council fleet isn't known, there are enough ships to both protect the Citadel and patrol all the mass relays linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems. Ambassador Udina even claims that the Citadel fleet is large enough to secure the entire Attican Traverse if the Council so wished. And even if an aggressor managed to break through the Citadel fleet, reinforcements from across the galaxy are only ever minutes away. And if all that's not enough, the Citadel's arms can close, sealing the Citadel off completely, turning it into an impenetrable cocoon. This control can be operated from the Citadel Tower. That being said, the location for the controls to life support, among other imperative functions, remain unknown to the races that occupy it. Fortunately, there's a race on the Citadel that dedicates itself to caretaking. The Keepers are a bioengineered insectoid race exclusively found aboard the space station. Despite being crucial to the operation of the Citadel, very little is known about the Keepers. They are completely harmless, but they do not interact with any other races. They simply go about their work seemingly completely oblivious to everything going on around them. As a result of this, it became against the law to interfere with them, and most people simply stop taking note of the Keepers at all soon after they arrive. Speculation puts the age of these helpful insectoids at as old as the Citadel itself. itself, which in itself is not known. Despite the initial discovery of the Citadel by the Asari occurring nearly 2,800 years ago by the events of Mass Effect 1, this gigantic deep space station still perplexes the galaxy with its many mysteries. While initially believed to be an accomplishment of the Protheans, just like the mass relays, it's discovered that the Citadel is much older. Due to this discovery, its exact age is unknown. What it's made of is also another unknown. Then you've got the Keepers, who are a mystery in themselves. As for mysteries answered in the Mass Effect trilogy, we've got who truly created the Citadel and what its purpose is. For those waiting for the Legendary Edition for their first playthrough of the Mass Effect trilogy, please skip along to the listed timestamp. When the counter in the bottom right corner reaches 10 seconds, we will continue ahead with the spoilers, so please just be ready. It turned out the Citadel was actually a creation of the Reapers, a trap to seem like an appealing hub for galactic civilizations to use as the epicenter of their leadership, which facilitated the Reapers' 50,000-year cycle for galactic genocide, where they'd come along and wipe out the most advanced races to prevent them from becoming too advanced to the point where chaos completely takes over the galaxy. How it does this is by functioning as a massive mass relay to dark space, so the Reapers could arrive straight at the Citadel in an instant and wipe out the heart of civilization and government in a devastating attack. Despite all these revelations, the Citadel is still a very mysterious place. However, it's also a marvel in the Mass Effect universe. It's one of the most iconic locations we find ourselves at in all 3 of the games, and so hopefully this video has been helpful in explaining what the Citadel actually is. Thank you all for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff, that would be super fantastic. And with any luck I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video at some point, but until next time, take care and goodbye.